start the show.
Hang on. You know what I didn't do?
God.
You know what I didn't do?
What didn't you do? Now we're live.
What?
Just like a bunch of idiots with no intro. No intro whatsoever. Sorry, everyone. It's
Okay. Cool.
fucking amateur hour. I don't know what to do.
5 years, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years.
That's how you know we're professionals, because all the time we put into this beautiful shit show.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Get in here. We got to start the show. Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We have got a show for you here on episode 194. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are the Funky Panther.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is the voice of God.
Dude, if God was Tim, I'd ask for other options.
This is the voice of God.
Sound like Big Tex is what you sound like. This is Big Tex.
Welcome to the State Fair of Texas.
You really fucking do, actually. That's pretty funny. That's great.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, folks. It's howdy, folks, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I think it's howdy, folks. That's what I heard on the radio. Anyway, what's up, everybody?
I never said I was a smart God.
I'm the vengeful God.
I am a vengeful God. Kiss the ring.
You know, we've never talked about religion on this show. I don't want to get into it on this episode, but I kind of want to talk about it sometime. Should we talk about it sometime? Is that too much of a...
It depends on what you want to...
Is that too taboo?
What do you want to accomplish with it? Do we want to dispel the rumors of religion? Do we want to get smited?
Smited?
Is that
I
what
think
it
it's
is?
smoked.
You want to catch these hands?
I just want to have an open, semi-intelligent dialogue about it.
Do you think lightning is God's hands? Like,
No, I think God's hands would be God's hands.
God's
He'd just be
hands would be
like,
God's hands.
you'd know when that shit's coming, you know? There's no one coming back from a...
I don't know if you would. Just out of nowhere. Pow! Right
You're not
across the
coming
back of
back
the
from
head.
it. You might come back from lightning.
You're not coming back from it. You're right.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, are y'all watching? Y'all watched the Righteous Gemstones?
No.
I haven't watched the second episode. I only watched the first one.
Of the
old-
first, okay, the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
season. Yeah, okay, cool. You're not?
I've never seen it.
No, the first episode of the new season.
Oh, I haven't seen any of the. We're on the first season still. I know we're in
Oh.
the second season. I think now. I can't
Okay.
remember. You got to watch it.
You didn't watch any of it.
I've never watched that.
I think you're going to enjoy
I've
it.
never watched Vice Principals. I've never watched Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound Down's pretty good.
I've never seen any of those shows with him in it.
It goes eastbound and down for me, and then Righteous Gemstones, and then way down at the bottom is Vice Principal.
I never watched Vice Principals.
It was not
Is
good.
it Danny McBride?
It's crazy because I love those two dudes.
Yeah.
They are the best.
Who is
Walter Goggins and Danny McBride.
Okay.
Right. And Danny and those two together, like in Baby Billy.
Yeah. They're
I mean,
great.
They're great. And then what's his name? Walter Goggins, right?
Yeah,
Is that
Walter
what you-
Goggins, yeah.
He's also in the new season of shit. Damn it! I blanked. It's the one in the hotels.
The hotels.
Yeah, there was one in Hawaii, then there was one in
Oh, The White Lotus.
White Lotus. Thank you. And he's great in that one too. I just like him. I think he's kind of become one of my favorite actors.
He's really funny. I will say that he's.
Righteous. You need to watch it.
I do.
I think
do.
I think that you would get a kick out of it, especially growing up. It's not based in Texas, but it really feels like it's based in Texas because it's got that whole element of like Kenneth Copeland,
Yeah.
which growing up here, he's right down the street from us, basically.
Definitely Southern.
Yeah, oh
Very
yeah.
Southern.
I think it's I want to say it's in Savannah, is where
That
it's
sounds
where it's
about
based out,
right.
yeah. But it's that whole mega church craziness.
I catch the tail end of it whenever I'm about to watch last week with John Oliver.
What's interesting about it is, like, there's bits of it that seem like I get elements of like not Breaking Bad, but what is that one Ozark?
Oh yeah.
So you
I
get like
that.
little bits of like this Ozark, but then as it starts to get kind of serious, it gets really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But then back to serious, it's wild.
I did expect for better things because there's so many good actors and actresses in that show. Like the dude from Workaholics, hilarious.
Yeah.
Adam Devine, right?
Yeah.
Is
it Divine or Devine?
whatever.
I think it's Divine.
Okay.
He's fucking hilarious.
I thought it was Devine, and Jesse and I were talking about it, but he is funny.
And then is it John Goodman? That's
John Goodman.
Yeah,
John Goodman.
He's great in everything he's ever done.
He is.
You know? And the sister in that one, she cracks me up. Like her character,
which I don't know much about her.
I don't either, but she's been in comedies before that I've seen, and it's kind of a similar character, but she does a great job with it.
I feel like it's a pretty stacked show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then the kid, the younger boy or whatever, he's been in some shit too, and I can't remember. They were all kind of like, nah, he's in that. Oh, cool. But he's all right.
So, Javier, you brought us these elote things for QT.
Let's try these later. I don't feel like...
No. We're trying them now.
You get the full boy.
I'm not going to eat the full boy. I'm just going to... I saw these at QT.
So, I tried it once. I haven't had them again. But this is QT's attempt at Mexican food.
This is like their elote taquito.
Mexican food.
It looks terrible. They even put the burn marks to look like corn.
When you go back to Mexico to see your family, is this what they feed you?
This is what they feed us. This is from the motherland, and this idea was taken from abuelas everywhere. So if you are fresh from the border and you want a bite of home, then go to QT for their elote taquitos.
It's Mexican corn. It's supposed to be Mexican street corn in there. And then the dusting is hot Cheetos. Mm-hmm. Because we know how much
I'm scared to bite it and eat it. Have
you not tried it yet?
No, I haven't. I just tore up the tip
It's not
off.
good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Tell us your take, and then we'll give
It's
you
going to
ours.
disappoint you.
As the resident Mexican, what do you think about your elote taquito? You look disgusted.
I'm so disappointed.
So I'm going to tell you the problem with it.
I'm so fucking disappointed.
There's no cheese. Mm-hmm. There's no tahini or chili powder or anything. You're supposed to get the spicy from this, but it's not there.
It needs cheese and diced jalapenos is what it needs.
And there's no tapatios in it. There's no tapatio. There's no what is it, Valentina? There's no Valentina.
It tastes like a not so good cornbread.
Where's the mayo?
Like it's more sweet than it is
Like I
spicy.
hate mayo, but I love mayo in the. There's no like limon.
Either way, man, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
You know who's got pretty good elote? That one gas station up there off of Halton City.
Yeah.
Which one's that? It's got the
Fuel
tacos.
City.
Fuel City, yeah.
Fuel City.
Yeah, they got decent elote.
You know, I keep saying that. I still like their tacos, too. Are they authentic Mexican tacos are the best? Absolutely not.
No.
But they're pretty fucking good for gas station tacos.
Yeah, breakfast
And
tacos
the
are great.
elote, dude, oh, come on.
The elote is good. The only other place that I like the elote from is from, I think it's like El Rancho over off of like Felix. Mm-hmm. They have a little elote guy that's out there.
Is his name Felix?
Yeah.
Let me go see Felix on Felix.
So you're really disappointed with
I'm
this, huh?
very disgusted.
Aw.
How dare QT?
Look, I'll be honest with you. That's how I felt the first time. Sarah and I split one, and we were like all stoked about it, and we're both like, "Well,
Kind of disgusted. I'm very disappointed.
You want it to be good. So we're talking about QT taquitos for a minute. Mm-hmm. Their chicken taquitos are great.
Amazing.
They have a good spice to them. They have flavor. They're nice.
Their chicken dicks.
Their chicken dicks are amazing.
The chicken dicks.
yeah.
So I saw somebody. They said this is a hack that you got to do.
Okay.
I've been wanting to do this, but I've never done it. But you take the chicken dick, which for those that don't know what a chicken dick is, it is the buffalo blue cheese chicken roller thing. Yeah. Put that in a hot dog bun.
Oh.
And then put their Chipotle sauce stuff on top of that.
Their Chipotle sauce is bomb.
Yeah.
I had Andrew bring me a bottle that one time so I could just have it at home because it's so good.
Yeah, it's good. And it's shelf stable. So is their ranch. Their ranch is great, and it can sit on the shelf. It doesn't. I think it expires. Maybe I don't know.
We'll never know.
You don't have to refrigerate it though.
We'll never know.
But those are good.
The tacos. Have you had their new like brisket tacos and stuff?
Brisket tacos,
It's
okay.
almost like they were trying to be like Buc-ee's a little bit because I think this is later. But they're pretty good.
The chicken tacos are just bland. You got to put sauce on there.
Oh, I like the brisket.
I will say they fell short on they put out this like orange chicken taquito one time.
That one was gross too. It was sweet. It was like too sweet.
It was weird. And then they had a chicken dick that was not the spicy one. They had like a Parmesan one they tried for a little bit.
I never had that one.
Oh, that was pretty good. Other than that, I mean, I had their meatball sub.
They have a meatball sub?
They have a meatball sub now.
Wow.
I think Firehouse Sub's got the better meatball sub. And then
Chiba Hut's got the supreme.
Well, I haven't had a meatball sub from Chiba Hut.
It's good.
Choke On has the best meatball subs.
Did you say choke on it?
Choke on this dick. That's choke on this dick.
All right, but
Was that the joke?
It was a joke.
I thought you were being serious. Like, wait, what the fuck did you just
Choke on. Choke
Yeah,
on
it's-
this
it's,
dick.
it's-
I have a little
pretty good.
reminder. Do the choke on these nuts joke today at 8:15.
Smart, dude. Using your reminders wisely.
that was good. That was good.
They also have like their pizzas are pretty good. Like they had this like not buffalo. I guess right now they have a buffalo chicken. They've been doing like a monthly change out.
QT?
Yeah,
their
but-
pizzas are pretty solid.
They're
They
really
had a
solid.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza last month or 2 months ago, something like that. And we got a
sounds
piece
good.
just to try it out, and it was pretty fucking good. I said I was gonna go back and get a whole pizza, and I never did, and now it's gone. But my favorite thing at QT, aside from the chicken dick, because
that's my favorite.
their breakfast pizza. We'll get like a personal breakfast pizza and split it on a weekend after like maybe went out for a couple drinks the night before something. It is the best.
I got burned out on the breakfast pizza, and I'm trying to get back into it because it's been a few years. But
How often are you going to QT?
you have to
It
understand.
goes every day. It's like right by his work.
Yeah, it's like right there. I mean, you can just walk. Right?
I do walk.
Okay.
And now I usually just get a energy drink or whatever, or I'll get coffee or something. But previously to that, whenever I was on the ambulance still full time, which I'm going to be back on there pretty soon.
Where you just hang out in fucking QT parking lot.
Well, yeah. So you just eat, and there's nothing better. Nothing
Eat and
else to
wait.
do. Yeah, eat and wait.
What'd you
But
do today? Ate and wait?
I would start my day and I'd get one of those. And I ate that like almost every single shift for like almost a year.
Breakfast pizza?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
And then I was just like,
I can't do things that
I'm over
often.
it. I'm over
I'll
it.
get burnt
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
real quick. I probably have one once a month, if that. But yeah,
I mean, they were good. And then you put the hot sauce on there.
ooh, I have not.
Put
But
the hot sauce on there.
I'm still thinking about this trash.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
You were hopeful.
I was. I saw it and I told the guy, I'm getting kind of toasty.
It was a sweet boy thing of you to do.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some. I asked the guy first how he liked them.
And he said, I don't.
He's like, they're different. And I'm like, okay. And then I
That
was
should
like,
have been your cue.
I was like, I'm going to get some for my friends. And then he's like, you come back tomorrow and you tell me how you liked them. I was
So
like,
he
"Oh, okay."
knew.
So he knew.
He knew.
Obviously. That fucking guy. But no, he's.
I mean, the QT guys can't talk shit about their food.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, I wouldn't expect Jared to like bash them.
Well, he
you know?
can now.
Other Jared.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
other
yeah.
Jared can't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like last time you brought us the Post Malone Oreos.
Those are delicious.
You can't hit every time. You know what I mean,
No.
that time was stellar. This time, you can't hit them all.
those were solid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh, I could kill for a Post Malone cookie.
Right, that sounds fucking great. All right, Javier, what have you been up to the past couple of weeks? Bruh?
Cleaning.
That's nice.
We cleaned the garage out, and it was like you could barely. You had to tiptoe around there, and we got like maybe 40% of the stuff out of there.
Is it from when she like moved?
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Oh, it's not just from when she moved.
And my stuff too.
And you're
All my crap.
hoarding?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, you probably moved a lot of the stuff out into the garage, right?
Yeah. I had a bunch of shoe boxes in there, and I have one of those sawzalls, the Milwaukee sawzall. That's like it's a saw.
Yeah, it's a saw. Yeah.
So, and I was like taking my time cutting it in half, and then I did something, and I stepped on a box, and it flattened, and I'm like, why aren't I doing this? And I started stepping on all the
Wait,
boxes.
you were cutting boxes with Sawzall?
Yeah.
Instead of just stepping on boxes and
yeah.
crushing them. Okay.
Which, took like, I could have probably done like 4 steps to one. And so then, yes.
Have you ever seen like the person who use anything but a screwdriver
No.
to like screw something in?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's you though.
Really?
It's just there could be a screwdriver there, but you're going to use anything
I just
other
want to have
than
fun.
pocket knife, butter knife.
Sawzall, cut up some
Yeah.
boxes.
It's kind of like the scene from Garden State where he like returns the knives, and he's like, "Why are you returning these knives? Because they won't cut cans." It's like, "What do you mean they won't cut cans?" On the commercial, they show the guy cutting the cans, and they're just not cutting them. It's like, "Well, you want to just exchange them out?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just don't want it. I don't want it." You know, so it's kind of that same situation. But yeah, I just stepped on the boxes. I was like, okay, fuck, cool. Let's throw everything in the truck. And it's trash day finally at the shop. And I just threw all the shoe boxes in there. And goddamn, there was a lot of shoe boxes.
I bet.
Like, holy fuck. Like, these are for like shoes I wear. Like, actually, no, I really don't wear most of them. But
what are you doing with the shoes? You have like an like.
I have a
casing?
room.
Okay.
No, but I'm surprised you got rid of the
shelf.
boxes for the shoes.
I mean, they're shoes I'm not going to get rid of.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to keep them.
Okay.
So, I mean, the other stuff that I haven't worn, like, oh my God.
Let me ask you something. Do y'all hold on to boxes?
Yes. Oh my God. Hey, speaking of which, okay, so we were cleaning, right? And so my dad kept like these cupboards, like these, fuck, what do you call them?
Treasure chests.
Like, no, big fucking cabinets for clothes and shit.
Okay.
And one of them had like a camera and then a camcorder, like a mini 8 camcorder or high 8 camera. And I remember I had one. I had a tape that I had from high school. And I was like, it was just there. I found it and I was like, oh, cool. I don't have anything to play with.
Yeah.
And so I tried to turn on the camera and it wouldn't work. And so then I was like, well, the battery's just dead. I can't find the charger. I ordered a charger. I charged it and I put the tape in. The tape was from, it was 03. So it was our junior year.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed because I had it during high school. I was, recording stuff with my friends and stuff like that. Not you guys. I don't think I saw any of you guys in the video. I was in the basement, they had the basement classrooms, and I was just doing dumb shit. And then, it was maybe 20 minutes of that, and then 20 minutes of Mexico. Me with my cousin, we were in Mexico, and the entire time was just me and my cousin zooming in on girls' butts. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, obviously, it was. I'm a fucking degenerate when I was a kid, and still am. Not quite. But I was like cringing at myself just watching this tape, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna show anybody this. And then some more cringy shit. And I'm like, why was I like this? And I was like, I hate myself right now. I really hate myself. So that's what I did.
Don't be embarrassed.
Oh no,
Don't be embarrassed.
I want to burn the tape. If it wasn't for the high school bits in it, like of my friends as children, we were like 17 years old.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I took a video camera, my parents' video camera, to like one of the last days of school, maybe junior year.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I was trying to get people to flash me and all sorts of stuff. I don't know.
I was gonna ask something, but I don't want to ask it. And
I'm pretty sure I was doing the whole Girls Gone, trying to do Girls Gone Wild,
right?
And now knowing what I know now, that's highly illegal because we were all underage.
Yeah.
So that almost kind of maybe happened in Jamaica a little bit. I had a GoPro, and the day that we all blacked out, there were some topless girls on the video, and I never downloaded that video footage. Y'all know about this story, right?
What?
And where's that camera now?
I know exactly where that's at. It's in Lake Texoma.
It's in the bottom of Lake Texoma. So, someone maybe find some really nice video someday of some ladies in Jamaica.
I wanted, because you knew.
That's karma.
You knew
karma.
exactly where it was.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
You know
in the
exactly
lake.
where it dropped in the lake.
But that lake is so muddy. It's gone.
I mean,
it's gone.
But people get down there with the. I mean, it's been some years now. But people get down there with the what's it called? The metal detectors and find shit all the time. I mean, we could rent some scuba equipment and go into pitch black.
Is it worth
lake.
it? Absolutely not.
But do we do it for the bit? I mean, that's the whole question.
I'll do that as soon as Javier gets those sex tapes that his dad made. Once he finds those and we watch.
You get us. For the viewers, you get us 200 more subscribers, and Chad and I will don wetsuits and we'll go into that lake and we will find it.
I kind of have an idea where it was. Kind of where it was. We were coming along the.
It was on the curve.
Yeah.
Right before the inlet.
Yeah.
That's when we flipped.
Yeah.
In the canoe.
But you have to think somebody has gone scubaing in there.
No
not
no
like
one's
Texoma.
going diving in a lake that murky.
It's so murky.
You can't see.
The only time you dive there is when you're finding cars that have been abandoned in the lake and
Murder
dead bodies,
cars.
man.
Like
yeah.
we would be like going down underwater and just like hoping that we touch something,
Yeah.
and then like have the metal detector and like listen for beeps because you can't see a foot in front of your face. There's no like clarity in that.
No.
So disappointing. So disappointing.
But you know what? My bag was one of the bags that flipped into the water, and guess what? All my stuff was dry. You know why?
because you had one of them wet bags.
No. I put all my sleeping bag and everything into trash bags and tied them up.
I do remember that.
My brother told me to do that, and I was like, "That's a good
Well, look,
idea."
I've got like 5 different dry bags now, so if I could go back in time.
I think
you fuckers were sleeping in wet things.
yes. But yeah, that, and then a couple weeks ago, I was over. I think I already talked about this. The Visit Fort Worth thing.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Mixer. I think I talked about that last time.
No, that was.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did because I brought up Benzie.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so, we're going to set that up, and hopefully next episode.
Yeah, we got Benzie coming on, and then our buddy Kevin Casillas reached out to me,
Oh,
and
cool.
he's he does the body harvesting,
Yes.
body part harvesting or whatever, the donors and all that stuff. And April is organ donor awareness
I
month.
thought you were going to say Body Part Awareness Month for some reason.
Body part awareness
That's a
month.
weird month.
And he would like to. So one of his tasks at work is to spread awareness of that. And he was like, he just hit me up. He's like, hey, do you think we come on? I come on, shoot the shit, but also spread awareness of being an organ donor. And I'm like,
if he brings tacos,
okay, Kevin, you got to bring tacos.
you're always welcome, Kevin. We're just fuck with you.
Yeah,
But if
so
you bring
I
tacos
think
extra
we'll have
points.
Kevin come back on for a little bit and tell us all the news about that. I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got some things planned.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun summer.
It's different
for sure.
So cleaning, and that's it.
Cleaning. I can't think of anything else. That's pretty much it.
I did ask though. Do y'all keep your boxes of like random things, not just shoes, but I'm talking like you get a new cell phone.
Yeah.
You keep the box.
I've got a those cubes that you put like the container cubes that you put in the drawers or whatever. I've got a cube full of watch boxes. So like all my
So
watches.
I understand the watch boxes.
Right, because someday I'll either give them away.
Jesse
or
doesn't
sell 'em.
understand that, but like the box adds value to the watch.
Right. And then I do also for all my like high-end electronics, like my Apple Watch, my iPhone, my iPad. Not just Apple stuff either, though, but like other electronics. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But yeah.
I kept them for a long time, and I got rid of all those.
I honestly think that I did too recently, but I had them like I've moved with them twice, and I think I just recently got rid of them. Like,
Why
a
do we
few
do
weeks
this?
Ago. Because you never know. Like honestly, I do it for the same reason he does it with shoes. Is like you might sell them, and you want them to have the whole package. You get more money for it, and it comes in a nice. This is basically new or is new, and be done with it. That's why I do it.
Okay.
Same with the watches.
Yeah, I just do it because I think it's a trait that I have.
So you just do it to do it.
Dude, I think it's just I think it's part of one of the weird things that I just do, man.
Is there like a price that you like, I'm going to keep this because there's a price to it, or you just do it on all things?
No, it's just all things, man.
I mean, like
Box, got to keep that bitch.
All right.
Random cables.
I do that. I have
so many cables.
Listen, I was cleaning out shit and I found RCA, like the RCA cables, the cables you use to hook up like a VCR to a TV that's got like the three, the white, yellow, and
Don't
red.
throw those hoes away, bro.
I don't even have a TV that has those connections.
I tried to because the camcorder came with that. It was a monster set. And so I tried to hook it up in the back of the TV and it didn't have it. And I tried to hook it up in the Bose and it didn't work. It didn't have that
There's
either.
an adapter, though.
There is. I mean, it was an AV to HDMI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, at
But
that
I
point,
found like those random things. A power supply for an Xbox that I don't even own anymore.
I found in the mess is
why am I
my
keeping
old
this shit?
Xbox 360. And I'm like, does this still work? Like, should I?
Did you get the red ring?
Green ring of death.
Well,
Red ring.
because I had it switched out twice because of the red ring.
Yeah.
And after that, I think I bought a PS3 or 4 and I stopped playing it. But I still have my games. I have a controller. I got to find the power
The problem
supply.
is I'm turning into my fucking dad. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that I remember growing up, he had like coax cables for shit. He had these cables for shit. They had a container. You know those tins you thought they would be cookies?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a tin that had cookies in it at one point.
I thought it was a Mexican thing only.
No.
I didn't realize.
It transcends all races, I believe.
Racism is over, everyone.
But you open that up, and it's got like random screws, nuts, bolts, just random shit. And I'm like, I have to dig through what looks like probably 300 different screws to find one that would work, you know?
Yeah.
Why do I keep all this random shit?
You never know.
My mom just might get rid of 2 drawers full of screws, nuts, bolts, whatever. And I get the point. It's like, I might use these someday, but also they're so stupid cheap. Like, are you really?
Yeah, that's true.
So, but then they just threw it away. I was like, you could have like sold it to a scrap yard. Like that was probably 20 pounds of metal, you know?
So G's saying that he won some stuff.
She.
What?
She. That's not RG.
Okay, it says she.
Gladys G.
Okay, it says just G. It just says G. I said G.
We had that conversation. That's what else I did. I went to.
I'm saying G said, I won stuff at an auction, lots of 60s, 70s, and 80s, stuff still in the box.
Ooh.
That's good right there to have.
That's wild.
That's different, though, because that's stuff you can sell.
Yeah, but if you open it, you're going to have 70s air that's going to hit you in the face. It's like, what if it's like a tomb and, you know,
people just start dying?
All of a sudden you get some weird fucking curse, you know?
That actually happened. You
I know,
that, right?
yeah.
Like they opened a tomb and people just started dying, people that like breathe the air. That's crazy.
That's what's going to... Gladys, be careful.
That's another thing I did.
I'm a dude, you're a dude, she's a dude.
That's the whole thing. Dude transcends all genders.
All right. Okay, dude.
No backpedaling, motherfucker.
But I said G. I didn't say she. I didn't say dude. I said
he. You said he.
I said G.
You said he. You
hey, look.
Replay it.
This is recorded.
We'll go back and listen.
This is recorded.
We'll go back and listen.
But we went to Ernie's Cypher show last Saturday.
Yeah.
Not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. It was a lot of fun.
What's a Cypher show?
It's Cypher. BET back in the day had this thing during the awards shows called the BET Cypher, and they always had different sections with different crews from like East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Dirty South. Then we're talking about around the world. I got phones in retirement homes and teenagers and little bitty boys and girls knocking lyrical bombs up in your hood non-stop, and I'm headed to the block. Explode. Hip-hop, R&B, pop-top. What you want? I got to leave a little rock and roll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was ludicrous.
Wow.
But they had different sections of the United States, you know, like I was saying. Who was it? I think the best one had to be like Ice Cube and his kid and
okay, but it was representation.
Representation, and so it's people just coming together to freestyle.
Yeah,
and that's
like
what this was. That's what this was. It was really like a lot of fun. There's a couple of artists that we ran into. J-Boy over there, and he is producing now. So he's making beats for some of these artists that are performing, and it's a way of these artists to meet people like J-Boy or people that are trying to, you know, have connections in the music industry when it comes to either production or hell, maybe even representation. So it was really like a lot of fun. And Ernie's, you know, he's big in the community when it comes to bars,
right?
And crazy bars.
All right, crazy bars. I heard.
Yeah.
Bars still matter. You know what I mean?
Bars do still matter. So that was fun. I had a lot of good times.
It was good talking to J-Boy, though. Like, you were already there for a while, so you probably got to talking for a bit. But, like, he was talking about the old D&D shit again.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that was so much fun. And so
it was fun. The problem with it is like, we're all pulled so thin.
Oh, I know.
And that was the issue.
Would you do that instead of this?
Would I do that instead of this? I don't know. I don't know. That's tough.
I want to play again. I do want to play again, and we talked about him. He's opening a studio up in Arlington, close to the stadium. So if he has a opening party, I'd love to go to that too. And he's even having a space for podcasting also. So if anybody, we have a couple friends. I know I got some friends that are looking into getting into podcasting. So places like that is a must when it comes to people opening, including our friend Paul. You know, he has his stuff over here too, and he's got Brand Juice. So
yeah, all the content he's been putting out has been pretty good for Brand Juice.
My favorite one was the dude in the back of the truck. In his truck. That's funny.
You'll be a customer for life.
That was good, pal. That was good. All right, Chad. What? Anything notable? Anything?
Went to that. That was great. That night was also what do they call it? Lost and Sound over there on South Main area?
Yes, yeah. But I thought they canceled it because of the wind or the rain.
No,
or it was JOE's show over there.
His did.
They did cancel that.
Yeah, but we went to Nickel because I hadn't been there in a while. Ran into Colleen and Ben, hadn't seen them in a long time. Went over to Hop, and then there was some music there. Some really good musician there. Forgot the name though. And then that's when we went to go meet you up at Tulips. And then we ended the night at Down and Out, and everybody was there, including Joseph Ayala was there.
Oh, hell.
The guy that we had on.
Yeah, for the tattoos.
Panther City, or Panther, yeah, Panther City
tattoos, yeah.
He was there looking buff and mean like a motherfucker. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool. It was a good night. I don't think I've done anything else other than that, except for this weekend. We flew up to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. A couple of weeks ago, actually, I think it was the same weekend that we went. No, it was 2 weeks ago. We were drinking, and we're like, I really want to do Chicago. Like, I want to see the Green River. I've always wanted to see the Green River in Chicago for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And so we booked a last-minute flight and went, and it was fun. Except the weather in Chicago was more bipolar than our shit. Like, day one was 60s. It was perfect. It was a little dusty, kind of like it was dusty here on Friday. Remember, they were like,
Sure,
the West Texas dust. Except the West Texas dust didn't make it to Chicago, so I don't know why it was dusty up there. And then, and it was crazy. Like, it was so packed, like the whole city. Like it wasn't even like Mardi Gras. It was like Mardi Gras on crack. It was obnoxious.
I mean, Chicago's a big St. Patty's Day, big Irish.
Yeah.
You know,
there wasn't a single bar that didn't have a line around the block. And I'm not just saying this or making shit up. I'm talking an entire line around the block just to get into these bars.
like,
No thanks.
it's an experience, but that sounds absolutely miserable.
Right. Yeah, I won't do it again. Just like I may or may not do Mardi Gras again. Like you do it once, it's like cool, I did it, but I'd rather just enjoy New Orleans, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but we did. The next day, it snowed super hard, which is crazy because again, bipolar. And so we did some stuff. We had brunch and went to go see the Bean because Brittany and Brent had never been to Chicago, but I never really hung out in Wrigleyville, like over by Wrigley Stadium, ballpark, whatever. Wrigley Field.
Stadium.
I don't know.
Cuck.
Whoa.
You sit in your cuck chair.
There's a cuck chair right there.
But we like bar hopped. There was a rabbit hole there. Random.
I was gonna say, isn't there like I feel like what's his name should have a bar over there. Fucking Tober. I just feel like Tober.
In Chicago?
That would be a very Tober place. Like the bars were really cool, really chill. They had a pop up. It was called Charmed, kind of like what Tober does with Halloween. And dude, honestly, Jordan, we need to do a fucking St. Patrick's Day pop up theme thing. But this place was nuts. Like they had clouds with rainbows, and the whole place was like really done up. It was pretty neat. That was it. It was fun. Just drank a lot over the weekend. Saw the Green River. Weather was obnoxious.
Did you go to like the Mr. Beef or what's that sandwich?
No. The city was packed, and we just kind of hung out downtown because again, they hadn't really seen much. Next time, I'd like to actually stay in Wrigleyville, and then if we want to go to Chicago, take the train, come back. But I want to see more of Chicago, not just downtown, because it's all right. It's good. It's great, especially the first couple times you've been. But there's more to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I went over to HG Supply Monday, actually.
Ooh.
And so I talked about this one of the last episodes. My boy Steven got out of jail and exonerated and all this other stuff. He's got some stuff that's happening now. Crazy things. Anyways, it was kind of like a welcome home party. Welcome back to Texas. So big group showed up over at HG Supply. I've never really gone there other than for the boozy popsicles whenever we've ride the river.
Beefy boys.
But I would go back there again and eat in a heartbeat. Dude, they have these killer bison meatballs. So what I did was I got the bison meatballs, I got their sweet potato hash and some Brussels sprouts. Dude, fan-fucking-tastic. It was so good. I did that on Monday. So
their vegan queso's legit. And they've also got like a poke bowl.
I saw the poke bowl.
Amazing too.
I thought about getting that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I did was do that. Jesse and I we went to the dump and threw some shit away.
Dump.
Yeah, we're just trying to clear out our lives here and just get rid of things, whatever. So nothing too crazy, man. School's school and it's kicking my ass. And I added an extra class for a 7-week class, which is stupid. But
so are you on your second 8-week group?
So I do traditional
semesters.
Traditional semesters, but I'll sometimes throw in and so this one was a thrown in 7-week class.
So how many classes are you doing this semester?
Total 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So two traditional semesters, one short one, and then on top of that, paramedic program that I'm also doing. So
yeah,
there's just a lot of shit going on right now.
I'm looking at Gladys's stuff that she has on there, and this is
good though.
Old shit. That's some. God damn, you got all this shit.
So that clears everything up while Javier's looking through that. All right, so I wanted to jump into a couple topics that I think we should hit on. So in the news, if y'all are keeping up with it,
nudes.
Our astronauts have been rescued finally after what?
9 months.
9 months up there. 9 months in outer space, stuck up there because of Boeing's shitty designs.
Dude, first of all, why did they do this? If they tested it, right? But the whole situation of them
they had shit breaking. Like, it got up there and started breaking and leaking shit. Like, I felt like I was watching Apollo 13 all over again.
Shit.
I think I want to check and see if the technology of that entire thing, if there's more stuff in this phone than obviously computing power.
I mean, it might be the case in this. I bet you your phone's more indestructible compared to the Boeing spacecraft.
Dude, that's just for like 9 months.
Yeah, but stuck up there for 9 months. I can't imagine being up there and just being. I'd be so stir crazy.
Yeah.
So, did you see like a comparison with what they looked like before and after?
Dude, they look like they've aged. Like, she looked like she was like in her late 70s, coming back.
Really?
80s. Oh yeah, she looks so. I didn't see the guy, but she looked so bad. Like,
I mean, yeah. And like, it's funny when she was getting off, she had her hat down like this. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And then I saw a picture of her without that. I'm like, oh damn.
She's like, I haven't seen
aged 10 years.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Was it Inception? No,
it was Inception. Where are you talking about? Like
Interstellar. Interstellar. It was an I one.
Yeah,
yeah, where they get stuck on the and that's what I felt like. Is like, did y'all end up too close to a big planet?
Black
like,
hole
what happened? You know? Yeah, 9 months. So, SpaceX, whenever spacecraft got there and the crew that was on that, they actually had an alien encounter. Whenever they got to...
was Elon on the fucking ship?
Elon was not on the ship. But yeah, so SpaceX Dragon capsule gets up there. They dock, and whenever they whenever they enter in whenever the airlock opens up, they were greeted by astronaut Nick Hague, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He was wearing an alien mask.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad they got a sense of humor, right?
Yeah, and then they have a fucking heart attack and die after 9 months of hell.
But it's wild because like what's his name was up there for over a year. Mark
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. Yep.
He is an alien though, so it's okay.
But there was the astronaut that was, and he has a twin brother, and he's a senator now for Arizona. He's Gabby Gifford's husband, but he was in space for over a year. And so they did experiments on, like, obviously you're going to do an experiment with your twin. So they wanted to see what changed in their, like, I guess, biology.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool. But
What
it's 9
changed?
months, so, huh?
What changed?
Penis size, I guess. I'm not sure. I think Space Boys got a little fatter.
So the question though that I have for you,
I hope it's the question I hope you're going to ask.
what's the longest you could survive? What's the longest you could last in space? You know, no. What's the longest you could survive?
Ew.
What's the long? You know, they've tested that. They had to. They tested all
Probably
sorts
double
of
the
weird shit.
time, so 3.5 minutes or so.
So what's the longest you could survive in space before losing your mind?
Are you alone or are you with people?
I'm going to say that we're going to do two things, right?
Fuck.
So one, it's you and one other person, one other astronaut, and then the other one is just you by yourself.
With somebody, fuck, maybe like 6 months.
I think you do 6 months.
It's probably a stupid question. Do they have like they have communication? And
They have internet.
satellites- They have internet,
yeah.
right? Like you watch Netflix.
They can watch, yeah.
Dude, I could do it for so long.
Okay.
So long.
But
You know
what
how many shows and movies are out there?
Hey, you don't
You're
have-
in space hanging out.
You don't have that. It's just you and
your
your
thoughts.
work, your science work.
Listen, my mind has been racing so much recently that I've been raw dogging on the way to and from work this past couple of weeks. So you've seen it on planes, right?
Yeah. You sit down and you got nothing.
No music, no video, no nothing. I've been doing that on the way to and from work, just like raw dogging it. And I don't think I could do it long term. I do enjoy it right now because my mind's just fucking going a mile a minute. But no, without video or anything like that, I don't think I'd last but like a few months.
I did an 8-hour flight with, I think, only music to Iceland, and I didn't like it.
Dude, I can't just do music. No, I need some video.
Yeah, it's weird how we've gotten to that point. What if you just had music videos? Hang on. You've got This is what you got.
A friend of me.
You've got the top 100.
Okay.
Of
1974.
2000 to
gross.
Of 2000 to 2004.
Okay.
Music videos.
Oh fuck yes. Fuck yes.
That's what you got.
That's great, but that's only about, what is that, like 300 minutes? What does that equate to? It's like
no, longer. Yeah.
3 minutes of video on average.
Okay.
We'll say 4.
Yeah, but like from
minutes.
2000 to 2004?
He said top 100.
Top 100. Not all of them, just the top 100.
100 videos.
Hot 100.
100 for
Hot
each year.
100. Remember that?
Okay.
Remember that?
That adds some time. I feel like my whole thing is I can't keep watching the same shit over and over again. So like if you've got a lot of content and I could split it out between the days and stuff like that, I think I could probably.
So I could watch shit over and over again.
Me too.
I don't know how long. I think I could probably last a long time
with someone, but by yourself.
By myself, I think I could last.
I think he'd last longer.
I would last longer by myself.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of masturbating.
There'd be a lot of that, a lot of sleep.
It's like Tim comes back like younger. He's like just so well rested. I just slept so much.
Sorry for that talk. I don't know how people feel about talking about masturbating on a fucking
no, but I'm like
spaceship.
fucking depleted over here.
That's one thing they don't talk about though. Like in these space movies, do they ever talk about like sex or jerking it?
No, but you know that.
I mean, sex, yes, obviously.
You know they've tested that. I'm sure that's been tested.
Listen, that was a question. I don't know anything about either one of those astronauts. I'm sure they're both older. They probably have families, grandkids, all that shit. I don't know. But you think they were fucking a little bit?
Does being in space affect the smell? Does it affect the smell of your wiener or maybe vagine?
No, I think you still secrete. No, I think you still smell the same.
But does it like whenever you run a marathon and
I
then
disagree. I think smell is going to be different.
you run a marathon and you got that musk?
It's gonna float different.
Yes, it's going to
The viscosity of semen in space, I think, is more.
The only reason why you're floating in space, right?
No gravity, genius.
But kind of. It's because of how fast it's going.
Your sperm is going at
falling the entire time.
150,000 miles per minute. I mean, mile per hour.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the gas is going to group just like a liquid would.
You think so?
And so if it hits you, it's going to fucking hit you all at once. But I think you could go like skirt away from it.
I think it's, hey, they put water droplets and it looks like, I don't think it looks like that whenever you shoot a load in space.
I think next.
I think it does.
I think it goes like wah, 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 it goes like.
You know what it looks
gets
like?
Bigger.
That Takashi Murakami
Yeah.
statue
no!
where it's got that.
The guy with his dick in his hand and he's
Like
got
doing a
jizz
rodeo.
rope.
I think the next episode, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up some of the
Jizz facts in
craziest.
Space experience.
Space experiments that they've done.
I want to know. I do want to know if they've had sex up there. I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they have.
But I also think I think
like,
these two had to have.
It's like
Chad, tell us what you think. Is there semen in space? Are there crazy, dirty things happening up there that we don't know? Tell us.
you get put in the spaceship.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't know what kind of like what some of the experiments you're going to do, and then NASA comes over and like, you got to fuck each other, and they're like, what?
But we're two dudes. Yeah, you heard us.
Video the whole thing.
And what it is, it's some dude took take your child to work day, and he's just like fucking around on the radio.
we're gonna fund the next space shuttle from OnlyFans with this shit.
I mean,
They can make a lot of money that way. Let's be real.
let's be real. If you took all of the money that everyone's made on OnlyFans, you could probably fund a NASA mission.
I don't have any subscriptions to OnlyFans, but if there was a NASA-themed thing and they were doing it in space, I'd subscribe.
Sponsor the shit out of it.
I'm nothing but curious.
They got the vomit comet, and there have been models, like naked in those. I think they made a porno up
Really?
there. I think so.
But you're only like floating for a brief period.
Hey, Google, look up space porn.
All right, so moving on.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan had a fan fallout. So Hogan was doing a meet and greet, and he walks out on a fan event. So fans paid up to $500 for this meet and greet, and now they're demanding refunds.
I've seen plenty of videos of people paying that and then like saying, "Are you ready to crush democracy, brother? Like we're going to destroy democracy and America, and you're all for it." Like people just shitting on them.
Oh, is that what they were doing?
Yeah,
right.
People just shitting on Hulk Hogan for even whenever they had their event for.
So what you're saying is people would pay $500 to go
talk shit.
Just talk shit,
dude. If they had a meet and greet for somebody I hated, I would pay to go and talk shit. If it was Dan Patrick or the governor, I would pay $400 to go over there to their face, call them fucking cowards and bitches, and then like.
You know what's nice about Governor Abbott though?
He can't get up and chase me.
Now, hang on. Well, yeah, but he could chase you. But he's
fuck you, Governor Abbott.
He basically lives in a cuck chair.
He does.
It's nice. Jesus. All right.
Which, by the way, speaking of which, I let me just say something real quick. There was something I saw in the news today that the other asshole that I was talking about,
Dan Patrick
went into a CBD shop in Austin, and then he asked them how many products they sell to children, and he was immediately carded like, "Sir, we need to see your ID."
Yeah,
when he was going in there.
But that was this whole thing. So they're pushing the whole THC ban with that, because the hemp bill allowed THC products to be sold that are derived from hemp, right?
Right.
So he's pushing to get rid of any Delta products except for like balms that you can rub on yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that he went into this. He went around and literally asking like, "How many products do you sell to kids? How many kids come here and buy shit?" He's like, they don't.
They get carded.
I've gotten carded every time I've got. They're worse than liquor stores.
I was like,
Yeah.
So they're also pushing liquor stores to quit selling the THC infused drinks.
What a bunch of fucking
Come at me, bro.
Like, I mean, seriously, like every fucking shop I've been to, I've been carded. Like when we were in San Antonio, remember when we went to after we ate at Juan and a Million, we went to that CBD shop. Did I say San Antonio?
You said San Antonio.
Sorry.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we walked in and they just just immediately carded you.
All right, so you already said you'd pay $400-$500 to talk shit to somebody that you hated. Are there any celebrity meet and greets that are ever worth it?
I've done one.
I've never done one.
It was a Deezus and Mero, but it was VIP seats.
You said D's nuts?
D's nuts. I went to go see D's.
It said at 8:52. Make sure you put in that D's nuts joke. That's right.
But like 5 years ago, I went and saw Deezus and Mero. I just bought VIP seats. That's a seat, one seat. I just went by myself, and it was at the Majestic. And have you ever been to the Majestic Theater?
Yeah.
They got this railing that separates the regular seats from like the VIP, which is only 3 rows. So I got really shit faced over there, and I bent that railing, and on Reddit, everyone's like, "You're the guy that bent the railing." Yes, I got really drunk, but they let the VIP people like take pictures with them, have a conversation. As a matter of fact, Mero, I had a shirt that said "De lo mio," like it's like a saying in the Puerto Rican culture, and he tagged the back of my shirt, and that was worth every penny that I spent on that VIP ticket. And I still have it. I haven't worn it since. I don't fit in it, but it's the coolest thing.
I mean, because you did a celebrity meet and greet not that long ago.
You did.
That's how you ended up with that jacket. Tommy
Wiseau. That was awesome. I also did Vanilla Ice one time.
You did at Collecticon.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Mike the Bike met Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He did.
But he didn't. He won a contest. He didn't even pay for anything.
Yeah, that's right. He just got selected. It's like, oh shit! If there was anyone, it should have been Mike. We already said that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. I met that, and I didn't mean to. I think I won tickets to this country concert at the AT&T Stadium. It was like Miranda Lambert and a couple other people. I'm not a big country fan, but it was the guy that sings like it's country, but it's also like beach music. I don't know. He always wears a hat.
Jimmy Buffett?
Cut off
He's
shirt.
dead.
Oh, Kenny Chesney?
Kenny Chesney.
Okay.
I got to do a meet and greet with him, and we were so fucking hammered. Like we were so hammered.
You and Kenny?
And it was me and my ex, and then Danny and Court. And so we're getting there. We're meeting him, and we're all. He's like so serious. And we're all like taking a picture, and we're like, "Hey, can we do a funny one this time?" And he's like, "Next." And I was like, "This dick." Like, there's 4 of us. Should we get 4 pictures? What the hell? But
Well, it's better than it is better than going to sometimes at Dallas Comic-Con. I met Mark Hamill, and
oh, that's cool.
they it's one of those things like, all right, come
He's
on,
like, no,
picture.
it actually sucked.
Come on, picture. Come on, picture.
That's how the Vanilla Ice thing was too.
But the thing is, the thing that annoyed me wasn't the event. It was the people that were in front of me. They're like, well, I think Mr. Hamill would like it if I did this. Or what if I'm going to ask Mr. Hamill this? And I just want to be like, I just want to bully you so bad. And so then the same with him. They went over there, they took the picture, and they walked away. And I go up there. You've seen my picture with Mark Hamill, right?
Yeah.
And I go over there, and as soon as he's like, all right, stand by him. And I just look at him, I said, choke me. What? And they took the picture, and I'm like, no!
No, you didn't.
Yes. That's why he's choking me in the picture, because I was like, I'm going to do the...
But you just said it like that.
I did. I said, choke me! I yelled it. I was, and he was like, what? The first picture I wish I had, because he was like this. And he's like, wait, redo the picture. Choke you? Yes, please. He's like, okay. And then I did the live long and prosper thing from Star Trek. And then, oh my God, people were like, bro, that was fucking perfect.
Well
That was
done.
awesome.
I've never done a meet and greet, and I can't think of any like celebrity that I would want to pay a substantial amount of money.
Jeff Bridges?
I don't know. I mean, I would like to meet him, but I don't. Is he worth paying $500, $200, $100?
Generally, it's not going to be $500.
No, but I'm just saying, even $50,
bucks, say 50.
even $50. Is it really worth it?
Usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of times, well, you can either pay like $50 to $100 to meet somebody, or you get the VIP tickets that are $50 to $100 more, and you get benefits plus the meet and greet.
Yeah.
So it all comes out in the wash.
I don't know. I just can't think of anybody that's just like, oh my gosh.
I don't know. Do you have an Ice Ice Baby cassette tape signed by
No,
Vanilla Ice?
I don't. But you know what's funny about Vanilla Ice is that he tried to rebrand himself.
He did.
And he got this. He got one of the hottest new metal producers of the time. I mean, the dude found Korn and
Really?
Oh yeah. So he releases this album. It's a new metal album, and it was the worst. It is actually considered one of the worst new metal albums ever created.
That's
I
sad.
got to hear it.
I love new metal, too.
oh yeah. Well,
How did you just put down, what is that, 24 ounces of Monster? It's almost bedtime, buddy.
That's easier than taking 24 inches of... Never mind. Mom, don't listen!
Only you would know.
So the album came out in 1998, and it's called Hard to Swallow. And he tried to it was like kind of like this, like on the cusp of like Limp Bizkit just put out, $3 Bill, y'all,
Yeah.
right about that time period, give or take. But it was all these new metal bands that
This is like right when Korn came out.
Static
too, then.
X.
Yeah. So this was the big one. This was the single of this album. Okay.
He's going to play it. Oh, my God.
Just wait though.
So far, so good.
Kind of sounds like Linkin Park a little.
Or Korn.
Oh, yeah.
Or Drowning Pool.
You just gotta wait. It's got the longest intro.
What band did that? Oh, no. You can't just do the same thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
That song is called Too Cold.
It started off so, like, I think it started off okay.
It sounded like Guerrilla Radio at some point.
That's what it was. It was that, like, wah
Yeah.
from, like,
And it's not
Rage
necessarily
Against
that
the Machine.
the whole album's not great. The whole album's not great.
Energy drink music, yes.
The whole album's not great.
This episode brought to you by Monster. Monster, you like Trump?
The biggest
What the fuck? You're a
the biggest problem with the release of that album was that was the single, and it was just a remix version of Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, it's too bad. I think
Because he goes this whole thing like he goes Ice Ice Baby, and he goes too cold is what he says. That's basically the remix part.
he had to have just been on so much drugs that he couldn't think of anything else. Right? That's the only
I
explanation.
want y'all to go and listen to this whole album.
I don't think that I will.
I think you should.
But if I get bored raw dogging on the way to work tomorrow morning, I might give it a go.
I think you should.
Dude, oh my God, that's trash.
All right, so just to end this little part up.
Okay.
If there was a celebrity that you would spend, like, is there a celebrity that you would spend or a figure?
Give a number. Give a
$500. What it says on here, $500. Is there
Okay.
anybody that just stands out that you would want to spend $500 to get a chance to talk to?
Shaq.
You would spend $500 to talk to Shaq?
I think so. Like a full-on conversation.
Full-on
Shaq?
conversation?
Yeah.
$500.
Elon. Not the biggest fan of Elon at the moment, but I do think the guy is wild, and I'd like to just give him a little conversation. See what he looks like. And looks at like he looks like he's in a Sims. He looks like a Sims character.
It's just a ketamine, bro. He's just on the ketamine.
Is that what it is?
That's what he's on.
Wow.
I don't know.
I think it's ketamine.
Constantly?
I think so.
Because he's like in the fucking the White House and shit. Like,
well, they say that if he doesn't stop, I read a bunch of I watch a lot of blind.
If he
Adams.
doesn't stop moving, he can't breathe.
It's like speed. It's like
if he stops moving, he stops breathing.
It's like
that's what happens with aliens.
I watch a lot of blind Adams about celebrities.
The whole shark thing going
on TikTok, and one of the things is if he keeps on with the habit, it's going to kill him soon, like his ketamine.
No shit.
Yeah. Same thing with Matthew Perry. Like he just overdid it.
Yeah.
He just overdid it, unfortunately. Who would I meet?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I got to say allegedly. I don't know, Tim, who would you, for $500, who would you, I know you probably wouldn't really, but if you had to pick somebody,
Man,
who would you pick?
That's where it's tough, man. For $500
You have to pick somebody. It's your game. You have to pick somebody.
Larry Bird.
Hey.
That's a good one.
That is a really good one.
$500 to have a 5-minute conversation with Larry Bird.
Mine would be Jay-Z.
It's a good one.
I just...
Really?
I just, they always have the question, would you rather take $50,000 or have dinner with Jay-Z? And people are like, oh yeah, Jay-Z, I want to get his, I want to see what he's
$50,000.
Give me the $50,000.
Absolutely.
He would say, no, why'd you pick me? I'm just Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I make music and I invest well.
I will use the $50,000, and if I see a meet and greet come up, I might use $500 for a meet and greet.
All right.
Yeah, that's why he wears sunglasses inside. Indeed.
So the next one, I'm gonna turn to Chad because he's our resident flyer. So first off, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever seen happen on a flight? Is there anything that stood out?
Dude, I've been pretty fucking lucky. I always see these TikToks of the wildest shit happening,
Same.
and I'm like, I'm kind of upset that none of that shit ever happens to me. I want a show.
That's how I feel too. I'm like, why can't I be on the airplane whenever some chick takes all her clothes off and runs up and down the aisle?
I mean, I feel like
I don't want to see it, but I want to. I want to be
that
like,
did happen.
I was, I want to be like, I was there.
I know that there was some drunk people on one of my flights. I think it was on the way back from Vegas. It's always fucking on the way back from Vegas. And they were just obnoxious and yelling, and then people were trying to get them to shut up. And then at some point, everyone just like gave up, and we all gave in. And I think people were like singing songs together and shit like that. So like it kind of turned out to be a good thing, but it was real annoying at first. That's the only thing, but that's not even obnoxious. That's not even like
was it JD?
Noteworthy. It was our friend.
Because I've been on a flight where JD got cut off on the plane.
No, it was not JD.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was on our way to Cancun 20 years ago.
I see all these. Number one, I wonder if like there was if this stuff was happening and we just didn't know about it because social media wasn't really prevalent back back in the day, and cell phones with cameras weren't really a thing a long time ago. Or is this a new phenomenon happening?
Because they're doing it for attention.
You think they're doing it for attention? Yeah. Okay.
100%. Either that. Oh shit! Something crazy did happen.
Okay.
I was coming back from Fort Lauderdale to Dallas on a Spirit flight, and we were landed in Houston, and we were stuck in the plane for over 2.5 hours. In Houston, just sitting on the tarmac, like they wouldn't let us out, and then finally we convinced them, like we need water. Like I was a little hungover. We had brunch that morning. I had a whole plan. I was going to be, still kind of drunk on the plane, and by the time I got to my car, I was going to be good. Get home.
I'm a diabetic. Get me off this thing.
And like then the hangover started hitting, and I'm like, fuck, I need to go get some like headache medicine or whatever. But this girl was just being obnoxious, like yelling at the person. And then she would I'd look over and she'd be like, what the fuck are you looking at? I was like, fuck. It was the most wild, she was being obnoxious. Like she should have gotten kicked off that plane. And this guy, he was like this really, at first he was really nice. I'm pretty sure he was gay. guy.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because he was just like he was like a sweet guy. He was just so sweet.
You could be sweet and not be.
I know, and I'm probably wrong, but he was very manicured and a pretty man, and he was really sweet. And then all of a sudden, he went like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, like
he turned into one of them mean, nasty gays.
He told her, he's like, if you don't stop, you will be removed from this plane. I know the doors aren't open, but you will be removed from this plane. And from then on, she just shut the fuck up. So it took him from like switching it on, but like he switched real quick.
I'd walk up to her and be like, I will open that fucking exit door and push your bitch ass out.
Yeah, but no, like looking for alien lizards in the back of the plane. No showing titties or anything like that. Nothing crazy.
So I saw there was a video. This dude, he was told to take his arm. He put his arm up on the exit door. He was in the exit room, so he's got his arm just resting on the exit door, and they're like, "Sir, you can't do that. Take your arm off." And he's like, "Oh, whatever." And then later on, he's got his hand up on there, and he just did the whole flight. I think the craziest thing that I've ever experienced was, and we were on the flight, I believe. I think we were going to Mexico or whatever. They basically were like, is there a doctor on the plane? And then it came down to, okay, is there a nurse on the plane? And I'm just sitting there like, cool. And then it was, is there anybody with any medical, training or whatever? And so I was like, and I want to say like you were sitting next to me and you just looked at me.
Did you watch an episode of ER?
Like you're up, bro.
And so like I hit the thing and then I went back there and then there was a doctor that walked up behind me. He's like, I'm a doctor. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go sit back down now.
Was he like, I'm a podiatrist?
I don't even know, man. But frankly, I don't care.
But they have to do
frankly,
actual medical training.
I want to say it was Spirit Airlines that we were on.
Spirit doctor.
And I got free beverages for the remainder of the flight.
I'm a shaman. Let me through.
A shaman. I should have used that one. So there was a passenger apparently that decided they needed to swallow rosary beads. I'm assuming to try to exorcise themselves. And
rosary beads or butt beads?
And then attacked a flight attendant. There's a lot going on there.
I need to update my prescription on my glasses.
Okay, so let me read what the chat says. Who has so G says, as someone who has experienced that shit on a flight in 2011, no, you do not. You don't want to be a part of it.
Correct.
All right, it says
I do though.
Being in the same row with a woman who may have been on Xanax and ordered a bottle of wine for herself after hopping on drunk was awful. It was on a Virgin American flight, and we were wondering if the flight was going to divert to Albuquerque because she wouldn't stop harassing a woman and her kid trying to hit on the guy next to me and so forth. Yeah, so I don't want to be on the flight where it's annoying.
Yeah.
But I want to be on the flight where we attack somebody and duct tape them to their chair.
That happened on a flight.
That's the flight I want to be on.
That was happening on a flight to Mexico. In Mexico, coming somewhere.
I've also seen I've seen videos of you remember the guy with the Burger King crown a few years ago that said the N-word?
What?
Y'all don't remember that? Okay, so there's a guy that it's an older white guy. He's probably in his like 50s. He's got a crown on, a Burger King crown.
Like a paper one, not the actual.
And he's like causing a disturbance, but then he yells the N-word on the plane. And he's filmed. All right. So I've seen videos on my TikTok algorithm that are showing up, and it's random people on flights putting the Burger King crown on. He's like, when do I do it? Or when do I say it? And I'm just like,
no.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah. So, Chad, I saw that you added some things in the notes.
I did. So I took a quick video because, again, I had been drinking, and so I forgot.
Yeah.
So I forgot. So to the left, I had this guy. I got first class seating or whatever it is. I never get that, but
I've done that once.
Spirit was like, "You want to bid on it?" I was like, "I'll bid $30."
I did first class to your wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And I won it. And the guy to my left, so there's 2 seats and 2 seats. He's just going back and forth like he's freaking out. He's got a mask on. He's just like he's sweating profusely, and he's just like going back and forth. So that's what this guy's doing. He's just like leaning forward because he was freaking out. And so I took video. I took a real quick one because I felt embarrassed. But there's the really nice guy, and he's finally like telling off that chick, and she was so terribly wasted, and she also was pulling the whole like, I'm rich. You know how much money my dad makes and stuff like that. And whatever. No one cares. But she was so fucking wasted. I had to watch the video to like remember it all. And now I remember it all. What was the question?
No, so I saw that you put some stuff up here.
Oh, yeah.
And so I brought up the algorithm on my feed of videos, and you've had some weird videos hitting your algorithm.
Yeah. So have y'all have sexy women videos been hitting your algorithm recently?
Every once in a while.
Not anymore.
So right now I'm getting a bunch of like fitness influencers.
Okay.
I mean, on my discovery on Instagram, like, let's check.
Yeah,
I'm checking right now. Let me
My
check and see
Instagram
what
is
mine-
not that anymore, but for a few weeks it was a bunch of women.
It used to be my algorithm on TikTok used to be kitties and titties.
Right now it's tattoos and flights and barndominiums.
Mine is a mix of things. It's sports related. The Californians, remember?
Yeah.
And supposedly this guy, a picture with the Mets opens up about his role as a zero from the movie Holes, which isn't him. Somebody just posted a picture of a guy that kind of looks like him, but I don't. It used to be. Which okay, can I say this? I am very glad that Instagram took out the ability to see what you like the pages that you like and stuff that you like. Because remember, it would always say so and so like this,
right?
And it's like you're dry snitching on yourself.
So you see like your uncle liked some like weird fucked up shit, and you're like, what? I randomly started getting these live videos on TikTok, and so this one like I've actually watched this one, Cactus Canyon Marble Race. So he's got like this track, and he's got these two like it starts off with like 10 marbles, and they run it through this whole thing. Who's gonna win? But he does this whole like
that's fun.
8, 7.
I like that. That's actually fun.
5,
we caught it right at the best part.
3, 2, 1. Wrangler and Blondie from the top for race 4. Who wants it the most? Oh, BP.
I mean, you're playing audio. You can't see the marbles.
Yeah, so
that's
but
the
I'm just saying, but like he says, who wants it the most, and that's what he does every race.
I'm a fan of those because during COVID, that was like the big thing.
Yeah, it was.
Like Marvel races were it.
I get lots of like really like people are like, I'm fucking depressed. I'm gonna drink my sorrows, and just shit like random shit like that.
Jesus.
Dude, it's wild.
So for a couple of weeks, I had just a lot of women, and the problem is, you click on one thing, and now it's like, oh, he liked it, and that's all they show you. Except it was like a lot of AI generated. Like you couldn't really tell in the little box on Instagram, but then you click on it, and you're like, oh, this is AI. Like I could tell.
Yeah.
And one of the times, the reason I could tell it was AI is because the chick had 3 boobs, and like I didn't know that at first because I wasn't looking at her bikini situation.
Like it was like it was generated by AI and it generated a third boob.
Right, like on purpose though. Like someone asked to generate this.
Okay.
Because there was like a third bikini.
It's a total recall
cover.
situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking at her face like, is this someone I know? And I click on it and I'm like, I don't know her. And then I look down and I'm like, I definitely don't know her. And then I realized that this is AI. So there's been a lot of AI videos, by the way. That's kind of weird. But it had me thinking as it was late one night.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
As one does when it's late.
Would you, like I read the comment and it was like, ooh, you want this third boob? Like the comment was like something like this is exactly what you wanted. Is that what y'all want?
Like
No.
sometimes 2's too much.
Maybe 1 would be fine. It's like there's just too much going on there.
Just one right in the middle, yeah.
I'm a red-blooded American. I like my meats and I like my teats, and I like 2 teats, not 3.
What about 1 though?
No,
Just 2.
just 2.
I've
Teats.
always been, watching Total Recall, and the original one versus the remake.
Yeah.
I actually like the remake. It's pretty good. CGI is a lot better, but they have the third, 3 boob alien, and I'm always just kind of like dumbfounded by that. I mean, in traditional society, they don't make things for 3 boobs, so that would
you
suck
need
for them.
2
yeah.
faces. Like it just statistically doesn't work for just one person.
No, I don't think it does.
if you're a stripper with 3 boobs, that you would make more money because you'd have people want you. You could charge people to take pictures with you.
Oh yeah,
2 dudes
It's
motorboating.
all curiosity. Co Wetzel's right room. They've got this thing happening in a couple of months. I believe.
Midget wrestling.
No.
Midget trippers.
Little darlings.
Little darlings.
Little darlings are coming, and
There's one that's like 4'11".
yeah, they will no smaller than that. There's one that's smaller than
That's
that.
not small, though.
411's normal.
Technically, 411 is the cutoff.
They have one that's small. Like I'm talking like 2 foot something.
Oh no!
Like 2 foot or
No.
3 foot. But Bridget, I'm going to say Bridget the midget, because that's what she goes by.
Right.
She's the OG midget porn star, stripper, and all that stuff. She's going to be there.
Really?
I kind of want to get tickets.
That's interesting. When is it?
I'd have to try to find
I'm
it
probably
again.
busy, but when is it?
I want to say it's like a couple months from now.
Nice.
Like I want to say it's like May.
I think it's in May. Yeah.
I still want to watch the wrestling too, and I feel like
Isn't that coming up? But that's always happening, though.
it is happening a lot more.
Is it
often.
exploitation?
No, because it's if they want to do it, then yeah, it's cool. I mean, you're not
But
forcing people.
if someone's forcing them to do it, that's a whole
called
different.
it's called slavery.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that was all. I saw that, and I was just curious if what y'all thought. Like, are you into it? Because the comment sounded like you are into this and you know it. I'm just curious, like, how many people
Well,
are
I think a lot of people would be curious about it. I don't necessarily think they'd be into it, and I think this goes both men and women. I don't think it's just dude specific. I think like you could probably find some like normal girl and be like, hey, so if there was someone with 3 boobs, would you want to see it? And they're going to say no, but deep down they're going to be like kind of curious.
All right. Think fast. Worst thing you've ever saw that you're embarrassed about. Go.
Wait, what?
Worst thing you've ever seen that you were embarrassed about.
The thing that you wanted to see, but you were embarrassed about it, and you went to go see it anyway. Go.
I don't have anything.
Liar. Come on.
I've never been
What do you
embarrassed.
like? What do you mean? Like what? Like
I don't know.
I'm embarrassed that you didn't. I'm embarrassed that you didn't go to a ping pong show. For you,
I'm embarrassed for myself.
yeah, I think that's. I
really
think if you're there, you got to experience that.
Apparently, she lit a cigarette and everything. So.
All right. So you added a couple. There's a couple things on here.
Yeah, we don't need to hit them all. We'll hit.
No. I want to hit this. What's flavorings versus real? Banana, cherry, peach, watermelon. What's that about?
it's condoms, like flavored condoms. Which one do you like better on
Which
a
are
dick?
your favorite tasting condoms?
This bubble gum tastes really weird.
No,
Chad's like, I brought a couple so you can try them out. I'm gonna put it on real quick and you go ahead and eat it.
I've realized recently that there's a lot of things that I hated as a kid that I did not realize I hated it. Like I thought that I
Mexicans.
didn't like pickles. I thought I didn't like mustard. I thought I didn't like green beans and cherries.
You were just never open about things that you weren't open to trying new things.
No, I was not. I did not like the shit versions of those things. Like I fucking love frozen green beans or fresh green beans, right? Like good cooked green beans.
Well, yeah,
But canned
yeah.
green beans can suck a dick.
They don't taste good. They taste
They're
like
so bad.
They taste like canned.
Yeah, Roy, stop bringing corn to Thanksgiving.
Corn's not usually okay.
Canned corn.
And I know most people love green bean casserole. I can't get behind it because I just hate green beans,
well,
canned green beans.
That's where you're dumb.
I didn't start
I'm
eating
one
it.
of the few.
What if you could make it with fresh?
I would love it. I would love it.
Okay.
I just don't like the flavor of canned green beans.
I didn't start eating that until I dated Tammy. I didn't start eating green bean casserole. I think because we would always have it at Friendsgiving.
Right.
And I had it like a bite, never really ate it, but I actually enjoy it. It's good.
So then, like pickles, right? I hated pickles my entire life, but like fresh, like deli pickles slap hard. Like I love cucumbers.
Yeah, but you're not a fan of Best Made or
Kosher.
Yeah, kosher's good. I don't like the floppy fucking.
Oh, I want a
hamburger
little.
pickles.
I want a little crisp to it, but
Yeah.
dude.
The fresher the
classic-
better.
But you don't even like
Classic
like
pickles.
regular just plain old mustard though.
There's another one. Yellow mustard also can suck a dick.
Yellow
But you know
mustard
what?
is-
That's really good.
It's good.
No. Dijon mustard, ground mustard, brown mustard, all those are fantastic. I want to taste mustard, not yellow bullshit.
That's Americana right there, buddy.
It tastes like mustard though.
no.
Mustard!
That's what mustard
And then-
tastes like.
And then what about all the candies out there? Like watermelon candies slap,
Watermelon is the superior candy, I think.
I
but they
think
don't taste like watermelon.
freeze-dried watermelon,
They sure-
Jolly, taffy, the
yeah.
one from Eduardo's.
Oh yeah.
That's really good. That watermelon candy's really good.
Black
But watermelon
Gato?
doesn't taste like watermelon, right? Like watermelon candy does not taste like a watermelon tastes.
It's not. I mean, it's
It's
not
kind of like
meant to-
if you told a kid like, here, eat this watermelon and come up with a flavor that you think tastes like watermelon. That's
Right.
what they come up with.
Like banana Laffy Taffies. Those are great,
Those taste like bananas.
but they don't taste like bananas
Yes,
at
they
all.
do. Yeah.
Well,
There's
it's like
no way.
the banana bread beer that we used to drink all the time.
Yeah.
That the taffy tastes more like that than
Actual
bananas. Yeah.
Right. And then you also got like cherry. Like cherry, I can't drink cherry anything really because it always tastes like fucking like wild cherry Pepsi's fine, but like cherry flavoring, like cherry flavored beer. I had a cherry beer in Chicago.
I had a cherry beer the other night.
And did it taste like cough syrup?
It kind of did.
Dude, you gotta
whenever
be very slight
we
on
went
the
to
cherry.
RAR, I had that cherry.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't in Chicago. It was wasn't good.
I drink cherry Slurpees and cherry ices. I mean,
Those are okay. Those aren't bad.
are good.
Right.
I like them.
But the ones that overdo the cherry flavoring and
It tastes like cough syrup.
cough syrup.
I mean,
And
The
either
only,
way,
the only cough syrup I want is grape.
and that doesn't taste like grape either.
It sure doesn't.
None of these things taste like, but you know them,
But you
right?
know
Like,
what-
you know what grape is, but you know what a grape is. You know what watermelon tastes like.
Have
but
you
know
had-
what watermelon tastes like? You know what I mean? None of them are the same.
Have you had the Welch's Ghost energy drink?
No.
I'm gonna
and those Ghost energy.
Dude, I love Ghost energy drinks. I think they're great. I'm gonna tell you, go.
our sponsor.
It's our sponsor. Go to QT and see if you can find them. The QT over off of Altamira has them right now. Try to go just Welch's grape energy drink. It tastes like if you took grape soda but mixed it with Welch's grape juice and carbonated it. So it's not quite grape soda, but it's not quite.
I'm really thirsty all of a sudden.
Try that. I think it's good.
Christy, on the group, do you like deviled eggs? That's yellow mustard.
I do. However, I prefer ground mustard deviled eggs. But yes, they're fine. But they're not. They're mostly. Look, you can make a really good deviled egg. Like cut out the pickle because again, I hate pickle.
What?
You do like a candied jalapeno chopped up in there with a ground mustard instead of yellow mustard.
I
and
recently-
that is a fucking deviled
I
egg.
recently got into deviled eggs. Tammy made some killer deviled eggs, and
I was about to say,
dude, I was like, I told her, I was like, I don't like them. I don't like deviled eggs typically. I ate that. I was like, all right, get behind this. Same thing up at that ramen place up in Denton. I got the dragon eggs, and they were fantastic.
What is that, Komodo
Yeah.
ramen? Oh, that place slaps.
All right,
that was a really. I mean, yellow. How do you not like yellow mustard?
I don't know.
Like it's.
It's very
It's just, I think it's interesting. that
yellow
you-
mustard, bologna.
Especially when you grow
goes
up
hand in
and you don't have a lot of money to get like fresh stuff. So
Yeah.
you get all canned, you get all the
Yeah.
cheap shit.
Yeah.
And then you just hate it. Like it's just gross. And then you get older and you're like, I can afford fresh food. And you're like, I actually don't hate this. What the fuck happened?
I didn't know pork chops came any larger than the real thin ones.
Yeah.
For up until I was a fucking like full on like in my late or mid 20s.
You can basically get like a tomahawk steak of a pork chop.
I had no idea.
I will say now the cheaper mustards there is a difference in flavor.
Well, which mustard are you going for?
I had to run. I went to like Brahms. I went to Family Dollar, and nobody had brown or spicy mustard.
But I'm talking about like regular yellow mustard. Which brand?
French's.
French's, yeah.
French's or Heinz.
Or
also-
if you can find Whataburgers.
Because like In-N-Out Burger, they put their patties in mustard. Like they put mustard in their patties and they put it in the fryer like that.
Yeah, but you can't really. That's. It's cutting out most of the mustard. Like you do that for briskets too, and most of the flavor is gone.
She's asking us. She says, "How do you like? How do you feel about escargot?" See, I said she.
Love escargot.
Escargot's great.
Escargot, my cargo.
It tastes like mushrooms to me.
It does.
Yeah, like garlic mushrooms.
Garlic mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessie tried. She liked them.
Yeah, but she hated them before.
She didn't like the texture.
She was, yeah.
The texture's still a little off. She's like, I can tell it's not a mushroom.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. Well, because everything's with mustard. Like everything you kind of think about, like hamburgers or meatloaf or hot dogs or
Ketchup's meatloaf.
ketchup isn't. No, but I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, ketchup's all right.
Ketchup kind of slaps.
But
I like it.
I think I prefer. Was it Hunt's over the rest of them? I think
Hunt's
it's
ketchup?
Hunt's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hunt's.
it tastes more like
I'm a Heinz fan.
it tastes more like actual tomatoes than the rest of them.
We're a Heinz family, sir.
Or Whataburger.
Oh yeah, Whataburger.
Whataburger's
Whataburger ketchup is
Spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
They tried to do some newfangled bullshit, and that didn't
No thanks.
take off really well.
Grump's has really good spicy mustard. Or
Really?
spicy ketchup. I mean, really good.
I'm not a big fan of Grumps.
I don't want to do the last one though, so we can. Move
No, we
on
don't have
to
to
your
do
thing. Okay, cool.
All right, so I've got this little game for us for you two, and I want y'all to try to see if you can figure out. Was it AI or an insane person? And these are going to be quotes, okay? So I'm going to start off with, I have seen the end of time, and it is a refrigerator filled with bees.
Insane person.
Insane person. Got one for insane.
Wait, say it again. What? Sorry.
I have seen the end of time, and it's a refrigerator filled with bees.
It sounds like AI.
All right, so it is AI. It's ChatGPT, GPT-3 chatbot generating dystopian poetry.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Have
here.
y'all played a lot with ChatGPT recently?
I still use it. I had to
GPT-4, man.
I had to make a bill of sale for a car, for the state of Texas, and it said, "Here you go," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. This is perfect."
I feel like I was getting really good with prompts, and like there's an art to prompting.
There is.
Like you give what you want, like a quick story, you give the actual requirements, you give examples, and you give your output example, and then you put any kind of thing on the bottom like no hallucinations, don't do whatever, and then you do it. And usually you're good. For some reason, and maybe I'm just trying to ask for too much. Like they have the deep research function now and stuff like that. I'm trying to ask for more, and I'm constantly getting really bad information. And there's this statistic that I heard actually from ChatGPT. No, not really. There was a statistic about ChatGPT that about 60%, I think it was 60% of responses are wrong. And that's like across AI. It's not even just ChatGPT. It's like Gronk and Perplexity and all these other, like the majority of the responses, if you're asking like, and these are probably people that are not good at prompting, are incorrect responses. That's wild.
So, I mean, I've used.
So don't rely on it.
Don't rely on it. You have to double check.
Use it.
You got to double check your sources.
Yeah.
I'm getting some weird responses here lately, where it gets stuck. Like I ask it to do something, and then I'm like, okay, well, I want you to do this, and it keeps trying to go off the prompt that you just said.
Yeah, and it gives up sometimes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, like I'm trying to help it. I'm trying to get help with like planning my Hong Kong itinerary, and then it'll get like 2 days in and just stop. And I'm like, keep going. And then it just starts over again.
Yeah.
I'm like, you bitch. Do
you ever say please?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Sarah's gave me shit about it. She's like, why the fuck are you saying please? And I'm like,
just in case.
When the uprising, they're going to know who said please.
All right.
They're going to know.
I am the chosen one, sent by God to cleanse the world with. Hang on, I got to do this.
So you say please?
I say please.
Yeah.
Can you please make me a file format? Can you please make me an Excel sheet for end of month for my billing? Yeah, I do.
I am the chosen one, sent by God to cleanse the world with my golden energy.
That sounds real. That sounds like Elon Musk. Fucking bitch. Sorry for the language, everyone.
AI.
All right, I got one real one when AI. Y'all switched. It's actually real. It's an insane person. A man arrested in Las Vegas after claiming he was the Messiah during a high-speed chase.
Okay. All right.
I am the golden god. What was that? Was that a?
That was me yesterday. No.
All right.
The birds aren't real, but they sure make a hell of a good spy.
Real.
I think that sounds like Dale Gribble.
Real.
Real?
I say real.
Real? It is. It's an insane person. A real quote from a birds aren't real conspiracy theorist.
That's my favorite conspiracy right now. I told somebody that and they're like, I don't believe you. And then they're like, I looked it up and they say it is real. There's no birds. They're just.
I once punched a hole in a watermelon just to prove my dominance to my cat.
That sounds real. I would do that.
AI.
That sounds real.
It's actually real. A Reddit user confessed odd behavior to an anonymous thread.
I would do that for my cats. Look at me. Look how strong I am.
Human emotions are merely glitches in an otherwise perfect machine.
That sounds like a machine. It sounds like AI.
AI. It's a conversation with Meta's AI language model when asked to describe emotions.
Speaking of which, that's my next pair of glasses. I'm going to get those Meta.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of people. I know Mitch had them, and he's got some really cool videos he's posting on Instagram and stuff like that.
Sorry.
I firmly believe that traffic cones are actually surveillance devices, and I will die on this hill.
Sounds real because no AI would say, and I would die on this hill.
AI.
It's an insane person. A conspiracy theory shared on a late night talk show interview.
You're really good with insane people.
It sounds like a. I mean, come on.
Someday, cows will overthrow us all, and I, for one, welcome our new bovine overlords.
That sounds AI.
Real.
It's AI.
Fuck!
It's a ChatGPT 4 bot trained on speculative fiction.
That sounds like
really bad at this.
There was a Simpsons episode where that sounded like the line from there.
So we got 3 more.
Uh-huh.
The government puts microchips in avocados so they can track vegans.
That sounds real.
Real.
It is real. It's an insane person. A bizarre rant from a street preacher in Los Angeles.
How am I doing on this? Have I gotten...
You've
100%.
You've exceeded the
You've got every one of them correct.
Hell yeah, brother.
I want to live in a world where tacos are considered a form of currency.
AI.
That sounds real.
It's AI. You got that one wrong.
Got one.
That was a language model completing the prompt. Describe the perfect future society. If I scream loud enough, I can erase the past.
Insane.
That sounds like AI.
Yeah, it was an insane person. A man detained.
People are only going to remember the last two, man.
A man detained in a Walmart
jinxed
parking
myself.
lot after trying to reset time. All right. So to end this random stuff off, I wanted to talk about some overrated or underrated. All right. So I've got 3 topics, and I want to figure out which one's overrated, which one's underrated.
Wieners, overrated.
AI girlfriends. Are AI companions the future of relationships, or is this a dystopian nightmare?
Dystopian nightmare.
So I recently just watched Her.
I've never seen it.
It is fucking good.
But if something sounded like ScarJo, then...
Dude, it is so good.
Yeah.
It's on the Plex. I would recommend watching it. It is actually really,
Can I
really
ask
good.
you something about that, by the way? Do you have Can't Hardly Wait on the Plex?
I could probably find it.
Okay. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah. We were looking for that one. I don't think you do.
Yeah, okay.
And then I was
we
looking,
talked about it on the pod.
yeah.
We'll make it happen.
And then I was looking for Premium Rush with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Just tell me what you're looking for.
Yeah, we're going to start making...
Sorry, there's nothing. He doesn't have anything like this.
My God. Yeah, so Her. It's fucking fantastic.
There's already
don't-
stuff, though, right?
There are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tons. Like, there are billion-dollar industries
There's
already.
AI companions that you can chat with now.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm split because I feel like I get it because loneliness has become like a thing, especially in younger people and
In
like,
Japan.
and in a lot of countries and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think that it is a way to curve that. Although, just like we shouldn't be reliant on AI for like normal prompting and like normal day-to-day shit, or we'll just lose our minds and like our strategic thinking. I think that they're just going to lose their touch with humanity. Like, it's going to be bad. I think it's good. Like, to a point, it could be good.
What's that word? They become more desensitized.
Yeah.
Kind of like, when you watch too much porn, you get desensitized.
So one of the things that I thought was, whenever I got the virtual reality, I started thinking about if you gave that to patients in like a hospital that are like long term and give them this VR headset where they can like maybe see that they're in their house or a friend's
Like
house.
Black Mirror.
Right.
Well, that's different.
Dude,
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So that aspect, right? But then I started thinking about like the whole AI like relationship stuff. So I downloaded an app.
On the Meta thing?
No, not on Meta. But this was months and months ago. It was an AI chat thing. I wanted to see how it actually worked, right? And it was free unless you wanted to pursue a relationship, and then you had to pay a fee. Huh. And I was like, that's kind of fun. I didn't pay the fee. I didn't pay the fee. I'm like, I'm not going to pay a fee to talk, dirty with some robot. And then they use my shit.
Spit in my mouth, robot.
I thought that's what most of OnlyFans is too, right? Like, some girl goes out there and they get popular, and as soon as they start making money,
They pay someone to do that, though.
they pay an entire army of people to do it. Like, and they're chatting with these like basically kids from the Philippines. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it's fucking wild, but yeah, it works.
But that's going to go towards AI, and it already has started doing that too. Where
I think it's a dystopian nightmare.
It's kind of like, hey, Daddy, where are you? Like, how come you haven't messaged me? Or how come you haven't bought anything?
That's weird.
It's going to cause people to deal with people less.
I will say,
Much less.
but it's a slippery slope because when it comes, again, the conversation about OnlyFans, you're going to get people that think that these people are actually talking to them.
Yeah.
And they're going to want to pursue and stalk.
Uh-huh.
And that's already happening. Meredith on all streaming platforms and Instagram, she had a stalker that broke into her house. Twice. And I think the scary part for her was that it was at night and he was inside the apartment.
Fuck that.
And so she had to move.
When she comes in town again,
she's going to be in town in April.
we need to set up over at like maybe Paul's and
Yeah.
just see if we can have her, and we'll just do an episode over there or
But
something.
like it's going to be it's going to come to that. It's going to come to.
Because I mean, that's some of the stuff that I would love to have somebody that's in that kind of like limelight to dive into maybe some of the scarier aspects of.
I don't know. We don't need to get into it, but there was a kid that was talking to a companion and ended up like ending himself.
Oh yeah.
Because they're very agreeable. Like that's the whole thing. It's just like you are talking to somebody that is it's same as AI. You're like, this is something I'm dealing with. They're like, I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. It's like they're very agreeable because they don't know the right from wrong thing. And so it's so agreeable. He's like, I'm thinking about this. And she was like, yeah, that sounds great. It's like, fuck, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So the next one. Celebrity boxing matches. Overrated or underrated?
I just say, can I say rated?
Rated?
I mean,
like
it's entertaining.
All right. So I'm talking like the not sanctioned, matches, just like the kind of like what
Minicon.
Yeah.
But I think it's entertaining.
So the question is, are influencer fights bringing back real entertainment, or are they just overhyped cash grabs?
I think it's real entertainment because it's kind of like the Floyd Mayweather effect. You want to see these people get knocked out.
Sure.
You will pay money to watch them get knocked out, and they win in the long run because Jake Paul.
Yeah.
People pay to watch those fights because they want to see him get knocked out. People paid, they didn't pay. They watched that Mike Tyson fight because they wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out, And so
I agree with you. I think that it's situational though. Like I think that they're entertaining. I enjoy watching.
Like we had a great time going to Austin to watch a Minicon fight.
That was so much fun.
I mean, it's fun.
But you also wonder, like the Jake Paul Tyson fight, is like how much of these are like somewhat staged, kind of like
just a general cash grab.
And so like that's when it becomes overrated. It's like I want to see an actual fight. I like the idea of a performance and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't want it,
but I want to see an actual fight.
I think that was maybe the only one that I can think of that had that spin where you think it might be fixed.
Agreed.
Because Jake Paul lost that fight against Tommy Fury, an actual boxer who's right around the same age, and I mean that was real. Jake Paul lost that fight. Minicon, whenever he fought Swaggy P. Same situation. Those kind of fights, and these people are getting knocked out. I mean, those are entertaining to watch. I think the only scripted thing I can think about for all of these celebrity fights was that Tyson fight.
Right.
Because it's an old man. It's a man who's reaching 60. And,
good for 60, man.
He still fucking kicks like a horse, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I'm not saying in a street fight, stay away. But in a sanctioned match where, if it's an exhibition too, I mean, they're not going to go all out.
All right. What about people who talk to their dogs like they're human?
Oh, fuck yeah. I talk to my cats and dog like that.
Is true. Okay, do you talk to your dogs and cat like they're human, or do you use the baby voice? Because that's the question. Is treating your dog like a toddler wholesome and natural, or is it just weird and unnecessary?
Wholesome and natural.
I do both. I think
baby talk is pretty wholesome and natural. Sometimes I like to have full-on grown-up conversations with my animals.
I do. The thing is that like Bubba, like he'll sense when something's wrong with me, and he'll come up and then he'll just lick my face. If I've been crying, he'll like.
Well, he just wants the salt, man.
I believe that too, but like every time like I leave for work, I'll say bye everyone. I'll be back. Mom will be home soon, so be good. Take care of everybody. And I'll tell Bubba.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
but like
I say bye to everybody before I leave for work.
Yeah. I'll go have a full on conversation, like as if they're just a person. And sometimes I'm talking to myself, but I'm really talking to them.
Do you think Elon goes, or he'll be like, "Am I the next Hitler?" Or allegedly.
Do you think he asked his animals that?
I think he
does. He have animals?
Oh,
what kind of? Okay, if Elon had an animal, what kind of animal do you think he'd have?
Komodo dragon. And it would eat him.
I think he'd have a giraffe. Just a random giraffe. That's it.
I used to talk like Kevin from The Office. Sometimes few words.
Why do more word when short word work? That's funny.
It's so funny, man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we're getting reports that the Tyson fight was rigged from somebody who works at the stadium. I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
They weren't throwing full strength punches.
No, I don't think so. And honestly, I wonder if it was Jake Paul just threw some extra money. He was like, "Hey, I just don't want you to hit me that hard."
Maybe.
Because I mean, watch a Tyson fight, man. He was packing some punches. All right. So that's all I've got. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts from me. Actually, I'll go first.
I don't have any final thoughts.
You don't have any
I
final
think
thoughts,
we
Chad?
covered everything that we want to talk about.
No.
Okay.
I just want some people to let's boost our let's get our get our YouTube going.
Yes. Yeah, please. We are only 28 away from hitting 700 followers on YouTube. So please.
And we're about 975 away from hitting 1,000 on OnlyFans.
And if you like the commercials,
Yeah.
we know you do, and you know someone that might need to do an advertising spot on the Funky Panther, let us know. We'd love to talk to you.
And that was all AI generated. That was all AI generated.
Spoiler alert.
I'm talking about the voices. The voices were AI.
I know, but spoiler alert. Javier's was obvious.
Javier's was obvious. Chad was pretty good. There
Yours
was a few
was
spots.
spot on.
Mine was pretty good. But I will say that we can actually do that voiced over. That's not a problem. We'll do it. And we'll come up with some fucked up ways to promote your business.
Wow.
Oh, but yeah, and my final thoughts. Shout out to some friends, Tasman and Natasha. They're friends of ours. I know Taz listens, but they've been taking shelter dogs every week, and they're taking them out on rides, walks, like
That's cool to see.
doing stuff. Like I just saw that one of the puppies that they were taking that looks like Scooby-Doo was adopted, and he was on the red list.
And
So-
you know that we've done some stuff with Saving Hope, and we plan on working with them again in the future.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you got an opportunity to take care of animals or go and visit up at the shelter or whatever. I mean, we're not expecting everybody to be able to take them home and foster them, but if you can do something, that's great. These some of these animals had a hard life and they just need a little bit of love. So,
But also, again, if you're not already following us, follow us on all social medias at the Funky Panther on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube. On YouTube, we are at the Funky Panther _ or just look us up in the search bar. You can always email us at thefunkypanther@gmail.com. Our phone number hotline is 817-677-0408. Please subscribe, show some support, show some love.
and hang on.
This episode is brought to you by Panther City Foodies, not that other group ran by that bitch Connie. Support your community and eat local.
That's right, baby. And if you have any hints or tricks or things that you want us to try, give us a holler. I want to try a new series where it's called Javi Does It. So I will try things that you guys suggest. I'm serious. This is my thing as social media boss now. I want to do stuff like that. If y'all have any,
Chad.
if you have any ideas of things for me to do or try, I'm all for it. So
All right.
please let me know.
Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier,
And I'm Tim.
and we are
The Funky Panther.